Hey guys, James here today and welcome back to another Sims 4 house building video. Today, we're building a house with the new backyard stuff pack. So, I actually built this during a live stream, which if you do want to watch the entire 3-hour live stream, you can click the link down below and you can watch it in real time. Obviously, we talk about a lot of things and have a lot of fun. So if you do want to watch that, you can click down below, or you can just enjoy this sort of house building video instead and watch it take shape in a much quicker fashion. So I wanted to build, because people always ask me to do more family homes. I don't often do family homes that have many bedrooms. From time to time I do. So this one does. This is a 4-bedroom home. We have 3 single bedrooms and 1 master bedroom with ensuite, of course. It's actually a 4-bedroom home, 3 bathroom. It's not, like, the house itself isn't huge. So I'm pretty happy that I was able to fit all of those things in. We have, we have the 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. We have a study, a living room, and then the kitchen dining room, which is actually pretty impressive. It's pretty small, and I think it worked out quite well. So obviously right here, I'm playing around with the shape of the house and trying to get something that looks nice and something that doesn't look like a box or terrible. Essentially, that is my goal, because, I mean, if it looks like a box or terrible, then I don't know why I'm doing it. So, yeah, no, got to make it look good. And they're just moving it into the center of the lot. Yeah, so with the new stuff pack, obviously it's centered on the backyard, which is kind of like the third backyard themed stuff pack. It's because what do we have? We had perfect patio stuff, then we had romantic garden stuff, and then backyard stuff. So it's a lot of garden stuff. However, it's kind of weird. There's none of them really came with a lot of plants, like actual garden plants. Like romantic garden stuff had a few shrubs and that, but even then, not really. But anyway, that's not the point. Yeah, so it's obviously the big features of this stuff pack are the slip and slide, or whatever. What is it called? A lawn something. Lawn water slide, I think, is what it's called. Because they can't actually use the term slip and slide, because I believe that's a brand name. So not a brand name, but the name of a product. But anyway, yeah. So it's got the slip and slide, which we will see later on. I do believe I actually tested out in this, because this is basically me just recording the live stream and then speeding it up. So there'll be bits where we do some stuff that isn't strictly building, as you saw a moment ago when I was looking at my sim as well. And then I was just messing around. I was showing off the gates, and I was like, because I was saying this during the live stream as well, and I think I've said this in one of either another live stream or a Let's Play. I can't remember where, but I was like, have you ever noticed how all of the gates in The Sims 4, like the fence gates, are all really ugly? There's like 2 maybe that are nice. The new picket fence, I really, because that picket fence is actually new, the one out the front that came with backyard stuff. Absolutely love it. The picket fence is good. I wouldn't have minded having a shorter version, like one that was about half the height of that one, or maybe even just maybe a third shorter, because it's a pretty tall fence. If you look at it, that's what I did earlier when we zoomed in and looked at the sim. If you look at it, it's actually it's just under shoulder height on adult sim, so it's actually pretty damn tall. It's a very nice looking fence, and I really do like it, but I wish we had a shorter version as well. So it's kind of sad, but it's a really nice fence. Anyway, back to gates. The gate on that fence is really good. It matches perfectly. But then, like, all the other gates on fences are terrible. The other one, the fence gate for the perfect patio fence, which is actually the one that you can see. The fence in the middle, separating the front and the back garden, that is actually perfect patio stuff fence. That gate is fine. The picket fence gate is fine. Then all the others look like terrible, terrible gates. I don't know what it is. We need the Sims 4 gate stuff. Or it could be, I guess, the Sims gate. You know, kind of like when you have, what was that? We had, I don't know, whenever someone says it's something gate. Bend gate. I was trying to think, what was the big recent one? Like Bend gate with the iPhone 6. It's like, that's what we need. It's like, that's what they can call the pack. Fence gate. Like, it's perfect, right? The Sims 4 fence gate. It's like, what is this? It's a stupid pack idea, but it's probably one of my finest. So let's make it happen. Obviously, I'm just joking around. So yeah, I've finished most of the I finished the exterior look of and shape of the house. So we're just going to figure out the interior. Essentially, I'm trying to figure out where I can fit in bedrooms, where I can fit everything in, because I was talking And if you do watch a live stream, Deligracy was in the call with me. She was having a chat. We're having a chat for about an hour. I think, yeah, the first hour of the stream, we're having a chat. And I was talking with her. I was like, because the way I always build houses is I always build the exterior of the house and I always make sure it looks good from the outside before even remotely touching the inside. So when it comes to the interior, I'm always trying to like shoehorn rooms to fit into the weird spaces I've built. My interiors are always second to the exterior. I'm like, as long as my exteriors look good, I'm happy. So yeah, no, I was trying to, basically, well, I'm just trying to figure out how to fit all the rooms in. But anyway, this is obviously the backyard stuff pack build. So we're just taking a look at some of the new stuff. The new tables that have 6 chairs, really, I actually can't wait to use that table in Dine Out for my restaurants. I think that will be perfect for some restaurants. Assuming that I assume they work. It'd be a bit of a shame if it didn't work with Dine Out. I don't know why, because I mean they're tables, so I assume that it would work. Little birdhouse there, which is quite nice. One of the new items. Just having a look. It's a new. I think that was a new shrub, and I was like, didn't really like it. That's like, didn't really like that. Anyway, put that little birdhouse in that sort of tree area. I thought that was quite nice. And yeah, so basically the big feature of this house, in my opinion, was the backyard. You know, it's in the title, Backyard Life, or whatever the hell this is called. Living? I think it might be Backyard Life. Yeah, so we have pretty much everything you could want in a backyard. We have a big back deck. We have the nice big round seated table, and we have a barbecue. Then we have the swimming pool, and of course we're going to have the slip and slide when that gets added in. So there's lots of activity. So it's like actually the perfect space to throw a big backyard party, and just a big party in general, and have all your friends over. It'd be awesome. And also just in general, like, because this the bedrooms upstairs are designed for kids as well, because I actually used I used a lot of items from the kids stuff pack, which I haven't done a build with before, so I thought it kind of made sense for me to use kids stuff in this build as well. So it's like a family home for a young family essentially. So then you have this huge backyard with the slip and slide, with the pool, with the hot tub as well, and you have all this sort of entertainment value, and the kids can run around the garden. There's plenty of room for activities, huge lawn, and I think it's detailed. I was really happy with the detailing in the end, because I actually spent I spent 3 hours on this build, which I think if I had done it without live streaming, it probably would have been an hour quicker. Like it probably would have only taken me 2 hours or less. But I guess the benefit of live streaming is people can say, oh, what about, adding this in or changing that? Obviously I didn't completely pivot on like once I had built something, I wasn't gonna be like, okay, let's demolish this house and make it modern. Like I didn't do huge changes, but like little changes, like when people told me about the bird feeder that I put in later, and there's a few things that I missed, and yeah, just that sort of help, and we can add more detail to it, I guess, in that one. Not necessarily more detail, but we just add more. So I think it was just really helpful in that way. Anyway, so we got the slip and slide with the shark, obviously, because that's the better looking one. And as you saw, I actually added in more of my own fountains. And I was just testing out to make sure it still works. So we just added even more water onto it. We chucked in some more hoses and just like flooded the thing with water. I thought it would make it look a little bit more exciting. So that's what I did. Added some more of that in. And now we're just going around the backyard, making it look a little bit more inviting. Lots of little shrubbery and flowers all over the place. I did want to leave a big area of grass. Now, oh yeah, here's the new little lawn ornaments that sort of spin around, like the little flowers, they spin around as you go into live mode. I don't know if you saw it. We went into live mode for like 2 seconds there. You might have real briefly seen it, but anyway, yeah, so those are pretty cool. Yeah, keeping the backyard, I guess the backyard is simple, but I really like it. It's simple in a good way. It's simple in the fact that it has everything you need: pool, hot tub, yoga mats, jungle gym. I don't know if I put them on jungle gym, but monkey bars. I don't actually know if the monkey bars are in yet. That might be a spoiler alert. Sorry. No, I don't think they are in yet. And then we have the table, the barbecue. It's all there. So it's like, it's awesome. And then we got the wall speaker as well for music and all of that kind of good stuff. But then there's also still lots of space, and it looks like it's filled in. I was pretty happy with it. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was like, what was I doing a second ago? The wind chimes, actually. The wind chimes that came in backyard stuff, I think are actually really cool, because they, they actually chime in the wind. When you go, they don't go all the time, but every so often they'll just be like, Like that sound effect, obviously. It's me making the sound in the game, so. No, yeah, they even have their own sound effect. There's like 3 different types: the aluminium, the bamboo, and then the ceramic. They each have different sounds, and they each have 3 different pitch settings you can do. It's cool. I mean, ultimately, it's unnecessary, but it's actually really cool. It's a nice little sort of detail. You know, nice little feature. Yeah. Now, yeah, there's the bird feeder that people told me to get, which apparently is different from the birdhouse, which is kind of weird because you think you could just put, you know, food into the birdhouse as well in real life. But anyway, just going around to the front garden. The front garden is not as impressive as the back garden in terms of activities, but it does look just as beautiful, if I do say so myself. Getting lots of flowers around the front porch there. Lots of flowers, lots of different colors. I thought this was a place that deserved to be, you know, colorful, green, a little bit nicer. Also in the backyard, I think I've already done it by the looks of it, is I did a once over of terrain painting, and I made the grass look, I actually used like the scorched grass. So it's like, it looked like it'd been a really hot summer and the grass had maybe died a little bit just because the sun was so strong. And also, I guess because it's all, there's just activity in the back garden all of the time. Like the kids would be running around and playing, and the grass would probably get worn out a little bit. So I thought that was a nice little detail there. And people suggested I added in a little pond in the front garden, which I thought was a cool idea, and we did that. So, oh yeah, also that sort of some of the alien plants. You'll see me add one into the lake into the pond in a second. It was quite funny because I was placing it. I was like, that looks like an octopus or something, and then I was like, oh yeah, what was the name of the character from Finding Dory? You know, the septopus, as you will. And everyone was like, oh, he's called Hank. So, you know, I put that weird looking octopus thing in the pond, and it's our octopus named Hank, and he lives in the pond there, in case you're wondering. So there you go. Oh, that little fountain, so cool. Got that new fountain came in backyard stuff, the frog one. So I thought that was quite awesome. A couple of new chairs there on the front porch as well. Just getting some steps up to make sure Sims can actually get in the house, which they can because it's all play tested and actually does work. So that's good to know. And now just going through the interior of the house. Time to start furnishing and picking patterns and colors and making sure everything works together. I had a real hard time picking what I wanted the floor to be. Like originally I had it as, you know, that sort of marble tile and carpet. But I do actually change the entire ground floor to to the marble tile. Because it actually worked out pretty well. Once, because the first room I furnished was the living room. And then I was like, and then I put a rug in, and people were like, why are you putting rug on carpet? I'm like, well, because it doesn't really matter. You know, A, you can have a rug on carpet. There's no reason you can't. And B, let's see what it looks like without carpet. And that's why I changed it. You'll see me get to that point eventually. Oh, here's where I was also talking about sofas, like the 3-seater sofas. There's a lot of really nice choices in 3-seater sofas in The Sims 4. Then I was like, when you move to the 2-seaters, there's only one that I really use in 2-seaters, and it's like that really cheap basic one that you can see there, because it's the only one that looks like it could be a normal sofa. And I was like, because I don't know, all the other 2-seater sofas, I'm like, they're really specific use case scenarios. Like a lot of them really sort of shoehorn what kind of style you have to go in. Whereas that one is just like a generic, you know, contemporary sofa. Just a normal looking sofa, and a lot of the other ones aren't. And then I decided that, you know, we need the Sims 4 sofa stuff. So yeah, that's also going to be a thing. That's another pack. So so far we have 2 packs that we want. We have 2 packs that we want. We have the Sims 4 fence gate, hashtag the Sims 4 fence gate, and the Sims 4 sofa stuff. So those are 2 new ideas, I think, that are on their way fairly shortly. I expect them released within the year. Thanks, guys. Obviously, I'm just joking around. But having said that, I would like some new 2-seater sofas, because ones that look like normal sofas. Because a lot of them don't. And that's something that is quite frustrating. Anyway, done a lot of little detailing here in the living room, just playing around, getting some mirrors up. I do like the sort of light blue wall paper that we have. I think it looks quite nice. And and you'll see it in the screenshots at the end. I think it actually looks quite nice with all the furniture. So basically, I've gone for my usual style of having the sort of lighter colored objects, like, you know, the sort of white colored objects. And then I like to add in color through all the decorations, like the flowers and the paintings and the bookcases, all that kind of stuff. That's where I get a lot of the color in. Here's where I also only just discovered. I don't know why I hadn't figured this out before. So a couple of updates ago, they added in. Actually, it must have been when. I think, yeah, it was when Dine Out came out. When Dine Out came out, they added in a few new half walls that had like this sort of decorations on top. I only just found out if you do the buy debug cheat, you can use those, which I didn't know because I haven't used the buy debug cheat in ages, just because I haven't really done that many builds since Dine Out came out. Really, that's why I haven't found it. And then, well, I did, so I was like, that is sweet, good to know. So you can get, I guess, tiny little fences. So I was quite excited about that. Also, if you hear some rattling noises in the background, I don't know if you can hear that, but next door's having some works going on. So that would be what that sound is there. Now, actually, here is where the live stream chat helped me out a lot. They were giving me a better way to do the layout. Because right here, I was just messing around with the layout, trying to get it to work. Because I wanted to have an island and a dining table in this space, but it's such a weird room. Where we have that sort of big archway and then also the back door just next to it, and it's this L shape as well. So trying to make the kitchen still feel big and open while getting in enough counter space was pretty hard, because sure, I could have got rid of the island, but then if you look at the counters, we only have like 2 open counters, and that's not including putting in a sink. And I really, really did not want to put a sink right next to the stove, because that seems kind of gross. So that's why I wanted to put it somewhere else. But then we got this better configuration where we have the islands there next to the fridge, the table there in the middle. Actually worked perfectly. So I was quite happy about that. I know it looks kind of weird with the cabinets, because as you can see, I added more cabinets in there on the side. The reason I did that is because that's kind of just like, I guess you think of it as extra storage for all the outdoor sort of hardware that you'd use, you know, like all the barbecue tools and maybe big serving plates. That's kind of where that stuff would go. And I also turned it into kind of like a little bit of a bar, if you will, because it has like the condiments tray on it in a minute, and I put on little limes and lemons and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of like, well, yeah, little condiments and little serving. I think I did the drink serving tray on it as well. Some of the new items essentially is what I'm putting on it. So yeah, you can see that there. There they are, the little limes and lemons, which I just changed to tomatoes, which I do change back in a second when I realize. Well, actually, I didn't realize. The chat realized, of course. The live stream chat, very observant, very helpful, wonderful people. Hashtag shout out if you were there and are watching this video as well, because now you're watching both videos. That is pretty cool. Thank you. I appreciate your support and your dedication. Yeah. Anyway, so just trying to pick something to put on the wall in that space, because it needs something. It's just a big blank wall. I'm really not fond of blank walls in The Sims. I don't mind blank walls in real life, mainly because I can't be bothered to actually hang up artwork or get stuff to put on the wall. So I'm like, eh. But in The Sims, it's pretty easy to just place an item on the wall. So I feel like there's not really any excuse to leave a blank wall, unless the blank wall is a feature and it has like a certain wall pattern that looks kind of cool. But if there's a blank wall that's just a color and it literally just looks blank, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. Having said that, you will probably be like in the comments, I remember in, house build number 32, where you left a blank wall and it didn't look good. And I'll be like, yeah, well, yeah, no, you're right. I wonder what house build number 30, wait, what did I say, 32 or 34? One of those. I wonder what house build that is in terms of Sims 4 house builds. Because I obviously have the playlist, so you could go through it and figure out exactly which build that was. Let's see. I'm going to go find out right now. So we're just doing some more detail furnishing around the house. That's a little office at the front of the house there with the computer and a bookcase. Just a pretty basic room. I guess you could turn it into something else if you wanted. But I thought a little spare room for a study was quite nice. Right, let me change over to my channel and need to go find what house build number. I think it was 30. I think I said 32 first, and then I confused myself by saying maybe it was 34. I don't know. Let's see. Sims 4 house building videos. Somewhere in this list. I can't find it. Are they further back than? They can't be further back than that. Maybe it is. Let's play The Sims. Oh, it's going to be before that. Let's build. No. Where is my playlist for house builds? I don't. Are these in order? Oh, there they are. These aren't in order of when they're created. Anyway, right. Let's see. Number 32 is The Sims 4 house build cottage starter. Oh, actually, you know what? I might not be wrong about this. There probably is a blank wall in that because it's a starter home. Let me check. Let me skip. Hang on. Let me go to the screenshots. That's actually not a bad starter home. Oh, that's a good. Go watch house build number 32, guys. It's really good. Whoa! Oh my god! How did I do that? But yeah, there's plenty of blank walls in this. Although the wall patterns are fairly detailed, so I think it's not just like a blank one color wall like it was in this house. That's actually not a bad starter for being a starter home. Under 20,000, like that's pretty good. Or however much it was, I don't know. That's pretty good. I'm impressed with myself. Good job, me. Anyway, going through obviously all the bedrooms, doing some standard furnishing, you know, double bed, all that kind of stuff. I decided to put floorboards. The whole upstairs was actually gonna be carpeted, but because the dine out carpet has that sort of I guess that sort of lined pattern, or there's that sort of box pattern, which I didn't really think was appropriate for this build. I couldn't use that with that expensive bed because both of them had, you know, conflicting lines, right? It looked kind of weird. So I changed it to the regular carpet, and then the regular carpet looks disgusting. I forgot how bad the base game carpet looks. So I was like, nope, changing it to floorboards. So the master bedroom has floorboards. The rest of the bedrooms have the carpet because it works just fine in those. So just adjusting the lights. All these rooms are fairly small. That blue bedroom is actually too small to fit a single bed in. So I may have lied a little bit saying there's 3 single bedrooms. But I decorated it as a nursery. So it has a cot. Yeah, as you can see, I was like, that's when I realized I couldn't fit a bed in there because basically because of where the door is. If I could move the door over by 1 square, then I would be able to fit a full bed in there. But because the bathroom is there, it doesn't actually work. But it becomes a nursery. And that's just the way it has to be because there's no room. I guess what you could do, if your baby grows up, that sounds a bit dark, but yeah. No, when your baby grows up, you could actually remove the wall between the nursery and the single bedroom, turn it into a larger bedroom with 2 single beds. That would work. Or that's pretty much all you can do. Just have to share a room essentially because there's not enough room to be able to fit the thing is you can fit a single bed in there, but then it takes up the entire room basically. Anyway, screenshots. Here is the front of the house. I was gonna do a gate on this, but then I was like, because the gate is actually a single gate, not a double wide, it didn't really fit, so I just left it open. There's the backyard. The backyard is definitely my favorite part of this house, which I think is good considering it's in the title. It should be a nice backyard. Look at that lawn water slide, I think is what it's actually called in the game. But yeah, no, I think the entertainment area is really nice. You got the pool, you got the yoga mats, you got the hot tub, you got the slip and slide, you got the barbecue, you got the table. Here is the house. That's the front study, obviously, jumping into the lounge room there. And of course, you can download this house via the Sims 4 gallery. You can click the link down below. That will take you to the page, or you can search for the Sims Supply on the gallery. That is the same as my name here on YouTube, just without the spaces, so all one word, the Sim Supply. You'll find it on the gallery there, and you can add it to your game. Yeah, so, I mean, that's the house. Hope you enjoyed it. If you do want to check out the stream where you can watch me build this in real time in 3 hours, you can click that link down below as well. That will take you to the stream, and you can watch it there. And like I said, I did have an hour chat with Deli, so if you're interested in that, you can also listen to that. You can just listen to it as a podcast, really, so that'd be quite nice. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you next time, and have an awesome day.